Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Everything Huskers podcast. Today, we are going to talk about Trae Taylor. Trae Taylor is on campus right now. He's been on campus for a couple of days now. He got here on Sunday, went to the Nebraska's Friday Night Lights camp, and then he's going to stay here for a week. And this is all just pure recruiting. Everyone is coming in on visits. He's got 3 5-stars here and a number of 4-stars. So Trae Taylor is just doing what he can to get everyone to Nebraska. And one of his teammates were actually here just today. But Trae Taylor actually got a guy offered today and by Nebraska, which is really good. He's a wide receiver, and he's one of the great ones too. But it's his 51st offer, so he's out there a while, and Nebraska's late in the process, I'd say, but I'd say they'll still get him at least on campus another time for an official visit. Let's move on to Husker Baseball. Husker Baseball just won the Big Ten championship, but Husker Baseball is pretty sad to see how they how they lost to Oklahoma. I didn't think they played their greatest at all, but it looked like when Nebraska lost to Indiana, they just have that off game where they're just playing a good team and they just don't show up and perform, which is bad. But here I'll just show you guys a clip of the recap of that Big Ten championship.
Dice has the sign. He collects the 3-2 pitch. Strike three called. Casey Dice finishes it for Nebraska. The dog pile is on. The Nebraska Cornhuskers have run the table and run it back. Back-to-back Big Ten tournament champions. With the guardian angel watching over this team, Nebraska runs through the field here in Omaha and have earned themselves a regional bid. Nebraska knocks off their second-ranked opponent in as many days. The Cornhuskers shut out the 13th-ranked Bruins 5-0 after 8 masterful innings from Ty Horn. All eyes now on Selection Monday tomorrow afternoon.
And you did it together. And the times that I challenged you over the course of the year.
That's a really nice video of the ending of that Big Ten championship. I thought Casey Dice came in and did a great job. But anyway, let's just have an MVP of that Big Ten tournament. I think we all know who it is. Mr. May, Gabe Swanson. Gabe Swanson had a couple home runs on that day that they played Oregon and Penn State. And Gabe Swanson just comes in clutch in postseason, and that's what we need when it's late in the season and we haven't had a great season, and we just need to win the Big Ten championship, and that's all we needed. But now we're out of the regionals, so is what it is. But I'd say Nebraska baseball maybe win more games during the season and we'll be in better shape. But we can't just go to the Big Ten tournament and win it every year and just not perform good in the regionals, or just not perform all year and then go and win the Big Ten championship. It doesn't make sense at all. I mean, Iowa just goes into the Big Ten tournament basically the number one in the conference all year, and they get beat by UCLA. So, I mean, it varies from anything. Like, any team will play good, any team will play bad. So, really it's really just like different. It just changes. So, I mean, we didn't give a single run to UCLA in Let's see, how many did Iowa give to UCLA? Here, I'll just pull that up quick. Yeah, Iowa gave 9 runs to them, actually, so I think that Nebraska easily could beat Iowa. How many yards is Dylan Raiola going to throw this year? I think Dylan Raiola will throw for 3,000 yards this season. All right, let's move on to the topic. Jordy Ball. Jordy Ball played so good during the softball season this season, had over 20 home runs, over 250 strikeouts. So Jordy Ball just had a really great performance. And, I mean, that's what we need. And she's coming back for next year, so we're going to be great. Now let's move on to the topic of Nebraska baseball's depth chart. Honest predictions of who's starting and who's not. Here, I'll just present this for you guys. Let me find it quick. Sorry about the wait. I'm just trying to find this depth chart that I have created here. Here we go. Okay, so we'll start off with the QB room. Obviously, we got Mr. QB1, Dylan Raiola. Not a surprise at all. Dylan Raiola had a great freshman season, and I think he's really going to perform well in this sophomore season. Dylan Raiola has a high ceiling still as a sophomore. There's going to be so much hype. Dylan going into his second season, having Dane Key at wide receiver, Ja'Cory Barney. We'll go to the second string quarterback, which is obviously going to be Jalen Gramstad. Jalen Gramstad, I feel like it could have been close with Marcos Davila, but I think the coaches really like Jalen Gramstad, and he's in a great position to be the backup. He knows so much about the quarterback job, and I think he wants to come back to Nebraska and be a coach. But obviously, he still wants to go to the NFL and play. So, I mean, we'll just see on that one. And then we got on number 3 quarterback, we got Marcos Davila. Marcos Davila transferred from Purdue this season. And the only reason I put him above TJ Lateef, I think TJ Lateef will go up to the third string quarterback by the end of the season, but TJ Lateef just has no college football experience. And Marcos Davila has a year under his belt. So that's the only reason that I put him there. Let's go to the running backs now. Obviously, I think we all know that Emmett Johnson will be the starting running back for the season. I think we should know that Quentin Ives will be the number 2. Quentin Ives really has a tough role this season as he's going into what should be a year with a bunch of experience because he's been here for a while now. And Quentin Ives, I think he's ready. E.J. Barthel, he's a great running back coach, and he's getting these guys ready. And Quentin Ives is ready to back him up. So I think Quentin Ives is there and he'll be ready. But I could see Jamarian Parker getting a lot of playing time this season, and even maybe splitting the maybe three-way splitting snaps with Emmett Johnson, Quentin Ives, and then obviously Jamarian Parker. But Mekhi Nelson, I just put him as the 4th-string because he's got a year under his belt, and Connor Booth, early enrollee, which no, he was not an early enrollee, which that is not. I think early enrollees have an advantage when they get here early. They're in the system for a while, which Connor Booth was not. So I think Mekhi Nelson has that advantage there. But if Connor Booth was here earlier, then he'd be fine. Connor Booth also is already up to the weight that he needs to be for running back, so that's also an advantage to him, but I still don't think he's good enough to beat out Mekhi Nelson to this point. Let's move on to the receivers now. All right. I think we all know who your starting wide receiver X is. Dane Key, wide receiver Z, and Isaiah Hunter, and in the slot, Mr. Ja'Cory Barney. And then backing up Dane Key, Janiron Bonner, and Quinn Clark. Janiron Bonner is going to have a great season. As we just saw, he went on that trip with Dylan Raiola, and Dylan Raiola took these guys onto the trip. He took Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter, Ja'Cory Barney, he did not take Demetrius Bell. He took Janiron Bonner. And I'm surprised he didn't take Demetrius Bell, Isaiah Mosey, and Cortez, but obviously they're just youngins and they're not ready. But I'm surprised they didn't take Demetrius Bell. Demetrius Bell was insane last year in the spring game, but Demetrius Bell's hurt, so I understand why he wouldn't take him now. He also took Heinrich Harburg, which him and Heinrich are really tight, but I think it was more of just a friendly thing to invite him. And we just learned that he invited Luke Lindenmeyer to go. Luke Lindenmeyer really needed this, and I heard that he performed really well at Dylan Raiola's little trip thing to Texas with his quarterback's coach. We'll just get to wide receiver Z. Obviously, Demetrius Bell will be backing up Isaiah Hunter, and then Cortez Mills behind that. In the slot, Ja'Cory Barney, Jaden Doss. I have Jaden Doss over Isaiah Mosey just because he has more experience. I could see Isaiah Mosey and Jaden Doss flipping by the end of the year, but we'll just have to see. And then we'll just move to the tight end room. Luke Lindenmeyer will be the starting tight end this season. I believe that Luke Lindenmeyer will be the starting tight end. And to back him up, Mark Markway. I don't know if you guys know Mac Markway. He's really solid guy around Nebraska. He transferred in last season pretty late in the spring and had an injury, so he never played. He's from LSU and actually got a pass from Jaden Daniels while he was there. And obviously, we all know Heinrich Harburg. Heinrich Harburg is a dude. I'm a big fan of Heinrich Harburg, but I think he'll be the third string here. He's not experienced at tight end, but he's a really good quarterback. So we'll just see how he can transition to tight end, and hopefully he can be really good. And then Carter Nelson, I put him at 4th, which I could see him going up, but Carter Nelson's just injured, and I don't even know if he's going to play a whole lot this season. We'll just have to wait and see. We move on to the next position here, which will be the O-line room. Starting at your left tackle, Elijah Pritchett, which he used to be right tackle. Didn't work out too well at Alabama, so I could see Nebraska putting him at left tackle, which I think that's what we're going to see here. Henry Lutovsky will be the left guard. Center, Justin Evans. Right guard will be Rocco Spindler, and the right tackle will be Mr. Gunnar Gatula. And then to back up, Elijah Pritchett, Teddy Prohaska, and Grant Segrin. Backing up, Henry Lutovsky, Preston Tamua, and And then we got the center position. Obviously, it's going to be at Justin Evans, super good. And then we'll have to see on Sam Sledge and Houston Torres. We'll just see on them too. And then, Grant Bricks and Tyler Knack backing up Rocco Spindler. And Grant Bricks from Logan, Iowa is pretty good. So I think he'll end up playing a lot this season. And Gunnar Gatula is getting backed up by Turner Corcoran, which has been he's been here for so long, and I think he's dealt with so many injuries. I just don't know. I'm not on his hype train too much. I'm not sure how he'll do this season, but we'll see. And then Brock Knudsen. Let's move on to the D-line. We'll have to wait and see on this D-line this year. I am really hyped, though, about this new D-line coach coming in from the Chiefs. You got Keona Davis, which is huge. Just look at that picture right there. Keona Davis is huge. And then we got Riley Van Poppel and Cameron Linhart. So then backing up Keona Davis will be Williams Nwaneri, which is a 5-star that transferred in from Missouri this year. And then we got Elijah Judy, which is a dog. And then we got Jordan Ocha, Jalen George, Gabe Moore, Mason Goldman, Sua Lafoda. So I think this D-line group is going to be super good this season. And there's a lot to look forward to in this room. Let's move on to the linebackers. Obviously, it's going to be Deshaun McCullough. Deshaun McCullough transferred in from Oklahoma this season, and I think he's ready to be to the NFL. I think he's ready, and he's going to perform really well this season, and he'll be off to the NFL. He's a super good player. Vincent Shavers going into his sophomore season. I think in that, I don't know if you guys all saw the bowl game. Vincent Shavers played super well in the bowl game, and I think he's going to get a starting job even over Buda Wright this season. Buda Wright is going to be a senior, which I could see if Vincent Shavers is going to struggle a bit at the beginning, I could see Buda going in to the number 1, but we'll just have to wait and see. And then Gage Stinger, which has been here for a while, will be under Javen Wright. And then Maverick Noonan under Willis McGahee, which Willis McGahee is going to be really good this season. I think he'd be starting if we didn't have a guy as high caliber as Dawson McClough. Marquez Watson and Jacob Bauer, and then Dylan Rogers. Ooh, this is a great room. Let's move on. To your DUB room. Starting at cornerback on both sides will be Sear Wright and Andrew Marshall. Then in the slot will be Malcolm Hartzog. Marquez Buford will be the free safety, and then the strong safety will be Deshaun Singleton. Amar Sanders backing up Sear Wright, which Amar Sanders I'm really hyped about this season. I think he'll have a great season. Then we have Donovan Jones backing up Andrew Marshall. Backing up Malcolm Hartzog will be Larry Tarver. I could see Mario Buford getting that role by the end of the season. Mario Buford, I thought, had a great season last year. But Justin Rhett backing up Marcus Buford, and then Caleb Benning behind Justin Rhett. Behind Deshaun Singleton, Derek Branch, Kamir Prescott. All right. Let's move on to the special teams. I think I could see Tristan Alvano honestly getting this role, but I think John Hull will get it at the beginning of the season. What do you guys think of this new punter? Australian punter coming in, Archie Wilson. This guy looks super young, which I think we need a really good Australian punter like Iowa's Trae Taylor a couple of years ago, how good that guy was. I think we're trying to get that, and feel bad for the guys that we had to get off the team. But I think like Jack McAllister is going to Purdue, which Jack McAllister is a great punter. We want that guy that can just sit, wait for the guys to get down the field, and then punt, which Archie Wilson will be great at. Looks super young, though. I don't know how old he is. And then we got our kick returner. I think starting at kick returner will be Isaiah Mosey, and then backing him up, I think will be Quentin Ives. And then I could see Kenneth Williams getting involved there also, but Ja'Cory Barney is punt returner, and then Andrew Marshall. Andrew Marshall will be really good. And then our long snapper, Kevin Gallick. All right, I'll answer some questions now. Y'all got questions, I'll start answering those. When do you think Brett Sears will get pulled up to the majors? I could see Brett Sears getting pulled up to the majors really quick. He had a great performance on, I think, don't quote me on this, I think last Sunday maybe. Yeah, I think he plays this Sunday. He's pitching for the Braves Double-A team, which I think they will pull him up to the majors right after Double-A instead of Triple-A. I think it's easier to pull them up from Double-A than Triple-A because usually the guys in Triple-A are just down there when they're old and they just need to burn off their contracts, or they're just down there for injuries. So I think Brett Sears will be up to the majors really quick. What are your thoughts on Jordy Ball? Jordy Ball had a great season, over 250 strikeouts. That's just absolutely insane. We needed her to do good this season, and that's just what she did. So I think she can improve a bit next season, but it's kind of hard to improve from over 20 home runs and 250 plus strikeouts. So we'll see. All right, Leo's got some questions here. What sport do you think we can win the national championship in the quickest? I don't know. I feel like it's going to be wrestling or softball, though. I could see football going next, though. I think football's going to come in really quick. And then he has another question here. What football game are you most excited for? I'm probably most excited for this Penn State game, honestly, or the Michigan game. Michigan game is going to be really hyped up, and I think Nebraska is going to win it. I really do. Nebraska is going to have the fan base behind them. It's going to be really loud, but I don't know. These game times that they have set are just horrible. Nebraska has an advantage at night games, and we're going to have one or two this season. Night games are our advantage. We smoked Colorado because of the night game. Travis Hunter even said that this was the hardest atmosphere to play in. So why do we go to 3 o'clock, 11 o'clock games when we should be playing 6 o'clock, especially with the Iowa game? Why are they taking advantage and playing their game this year when we were at Iowa? They played it at 6, and we're playing our game this year at 11, which isn't good because we are not to an advantage. I know Husker Nation will show up still, but we're just messing ourselves up, and we're just basically just going for failure when we're not picking the right times, which I know it's not only Nebraska, it's the Big Ten as well. I could really see this game going to College Game Day, especially if Nebraska knocks off right away Cincinnati, Houston Christian, and then Akron. I think they're in a great spot to be there. This Penn State game is going to be really tough, though, because Nebraska goes into there. I bet they're going to put a night game, which means probably a whiteout. And when we go there late in the season, it's It's going to be a really tough game, but I think Nebraska could go there and maybe do something special, but I think that's going to be a loss just because it's there at Penn State. Maybe if there's at Nebraska, I'd flip-flop that, but Penn State, you can't really just say they're not going to win this because they were in the playoffs this season. Get some more questions down here, and let's I'll answer some more questions here. I think it'd be really cool if that went College Game Day, though. I think that's a game that I want to go to. Definitely want to go to that game. Shout out to Wilson Dittman here. He's me the GOAT. Wilson Dittman's great guy. And go watch his show. Go subscribe to him quick. People in here, go subscribe to Wilson Dittman. He's the best content creator out there. Go subscribe to him. How come do you think Nebraska baseball lost by so many runs? I think Nebraska baseball was honestly not going up there with confidence. Did not even hit the ball right. Did not hit the ball great at all. Didn't think the defense played too hot, but again, Nebraska baseball always just does this, and they go into the season not winning any games, and then they just go straight to the Big Ten tournament. They just dominate. Like, if you're going to dominate the Big Ten tournament, try all season at least and get a better ranking. Thoughts on Nebraska's DB core next season? Here, I'm not sure. The DB core I think we've got a great group, but I think if there's some injuries, it might get a little bad, but we got Sierra Wright played really well last season. I thought Andrew Marshall will come in and play really well. Malcolm Hartzog, I feel like he got burnt a lot last year, but if he can really zone in on his man coverage, I think will be great. Marquez Buford will come in and have a great season his senior year. I'm kind of scared on him, though. Just maybe he's switching positions and might be a little tough for him. And Deshaun Singleton, I have a feeling that he's going to be in his prime this season. Saying that Dane Key was one of the best wide receivers in the SEC last year just tells you everything and how Dane Key will come and play in the Big Ten. Because Dane Key is a great wide receiver, great route runner. He might not have all the speed, but he'll burn you on his routes with his route running. And Dylan Raiola if Dylan Raiola can hit him between the numbers, they're going to be I think they've already built that chemistry there. And they're going to have a great season. Him and Isaiah Hunter and Ja'Cory Barney, I think, are going to be a special group this season. And it's going to be scary to see them against other opponents. If I was on a different team, I'd be super scared of them. I want to talk a little more about the Trae Taylor. Trae Taylor on visit right now for a whole week. I think this is just awesome, and he has at least I know he has 3 5-stars on campus, and I think he has I think he has like 7 or more 4-stars. So I think Nebraska has a lot of guys on visits right now, and they just offered 2 wide receivers within the last day, which is awesome. And coming forward, we have a great recruiting weekend. And this here, let me check. I think it's Friday. Nebraska has they're having a showcase. I think 7-on-7 showcase, which Trae Taylor will be playing in. I want to go to this super bad, but I don't know if I'll be able to. But yeah, huge recruiting weekend. Let me check when that is. I'm not seeing anything, any date on it actually here. Yeah, I know. I gotta meet Trae. Have you met him yet, Wilson? And do you know what day it is? That I want to say it's Friday though, but I'm not for sure on that. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of Trae Taylor, his highlights from the Friday Night Lights camp at Nebraska. Oh, it's on Saturday. All right. Let me find this video of Trae Taylor. I thought he looked really, really good when he was at the Friday Night Lights, which there were like 500 people there, 500 recruits, and there was a big crowd of Nebraska there also. Yeah, Trae Taylor's been doing a bunch of interviews too lately. I haven't seen the one that he did with Carricker yet, but I think it's going to be great. Saw the one with Husker Online, which was awesome. He's never tried a Runza. Oh, let's look at this little video. He's trying to Runza here. Let me screen mirror this up here. What do y'all think of Runza while we're at it?
What's up, Lincoln? Here at Runza. I figured it was finally about time for me to try it. I've heard a lot of great things, so this is my first bite of a Runza. We got a number 1, which is the original. Really good. Really good. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Trae Taylor loves the Runza. I don't know how it's hard not to like Runza, honestly. But now I can let me find this I'll find this video of him. Wilson Dittman says the burgers and fries there at Runza are awesome. Yeah, I don't know if Trae really liked it too much, but it kind of looked like he was eating it for a second, kind of like just like really trying to taste it and see if it was actually good. I don't think he really liked it too much. Trying to find this video. Oh, here it is. Did any of you guys know if Dayton Raiola was at this Friday Night Lights?
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, Trae Taylor looks super good right now, hitting the guys right between the numbers. What do you guys also while we're at it? What do you guys think of this field?
All right.
I've never.
Dayton wasn't there. He'll be in town June 20th, Wilson has said. Personally don't like Runza, but I like their other food, Leo says. Drop some questions down there. I'll get to them. Omaha running back Nelson Wheeler made a surprise visit this weekend as well. Which games you going to this year? I'm not sure which games I'm going to this year, but I'd love to go to the Michigan game, but I like to get to one early, just so. I went to the UTEP one this year, but that was a great game, great atmosphere there. You think Dayton will decommit from Nebraska because Trae is coming and Dylan will still be there? No, I don't think Dayton's gonna decommit. He really has nowhere to go to if he decommits. I mean, he's got 3 offers, and I don't think he'll go anywhere else. I think I don't know if he'll ever play here, but he loves Nebraska. I know that for sure, and I think he just wants to be here. Trae Taylor, I don't know if Trae Taylor and him have ever met at all, but I don't know if Dayton will ever get to see some light on the field. Come out to Michigan, gonna be lit. I know, but if they would have put those times better, the times are absolutely horrible. If Michigan was a night game, I'd say I'm definitely going. But now that it's 3:30, I don't know how much I want to go to that. I think it's still gonna be a great atmosphere. Obviously, the Bussin' Bowl. Shout out to Wilson Dittman. Just gave me he added me on his Twitter here. Getting a lot of people on here. Let's see. Oh, this is a great question here by Leo. When you go to the Nebraska games, what do you prefer, hot dogs or Valentino's? I love Valentino's pizza, but I gotta go with the Fairbury hot dogs. Fairbury hot dogs are just insane. Let me know down below what you guys think, though. Fairbury hot dogs or Valentino's pizza. Here, I'm gonna go through the times of the games here. W take. I'm not seeing. Let me find this. Oh, it's a here. It's a 2:30 game time. Ugh. Let me find this. Here it is. So Cincinnati, 8 p.m. Gosh, it's a school day for me. It's gonna be late. 8 o'clock game to start it out on a Thursday night. Oh, why don't we just do that on a Saturday night? You're not gonna get as many Nebraska fans, and honestly, it's just gonna be a later crowd, just like an older crowd. If Kansas City, if they would have put that game a little maybe on a Saturday or maybe even at a 5 o'clock, you'll get a bunch more people and a bunch more money. I don't know why they would put it at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. Just doesn't make sense to me. What do you guys think of that? And then we have Akron at home, 6:30, September 6th. I like that game time. It's a night game. We'll take the night game. Then we got Houston Christian, 11 a.m. That's fine. FCS school. I'm not too mad at that. But then we go to Michigan. Are we serious? 2:30 game time. It's against Michigan. Why don't we just put it a night game? And then Michigan State hasn't been said yet, and Maryland hasn't been said. So, and then I saw that Iowa's was actually announced 11 a.m. Which why don't we just put that a night game? We just want every Nebraska fan wants to beat Iowa. I'd say more than any other. We try to make Colorado a rivalry too much, but Nebraska's biggest rivalry should be Iowa, and always Iowa. What do you guys think down below? What's the biggest rival Nebraska has, and who do you want to beat the most? Put some questions down below. I'll get to them for sure. Maybe Iowa is at 11 to try and get more fans since it's right after Thanksgiving. I don't know. Yeah. I guess that might be true, but I'd still like it more at night, personally. Um, yeah, Nebraska. If we can get some of these guys to come back on visits after this weekend, I think we're in great spots to get them. Honestly, Nebraska has a lot of people coming this weekend, which are great too. We have 3 5-stars. So, wish we put Illinois this year. I wish we should have beat Illinois this year, and we should. I want to play Illinois this year. I think Trae Taylor wants to play Illinois this year, really, so he can prove them back for throwing their hat. That's just, and I want to say something about that because that's just a kid. Every kid throws the hat. No, like you watch all their things, they throw the hat. Like is what it is. They're not gonna really. They'll get over it. Nebraska will beat them a couple times. And they'll be done with it. I think Trae Taylor he wasn't meaning any disrespect. He was just, and they're his top 2 school. Obviously, he went down to them as his top 2, and Nebraska was his number 1, obviously. But he tossed the hat. There's no disrespect to them. He was just tossing the hat. Everyone that commits somewhere is gonna throw the hat. But that'd be a great win against Illinois if we played them this year, and I think we'd knock them out of the rankings. Do I think 26 or 27 recruiting class will be better? 27 is going to be way better. You got no offense to Dayton Raiola. Dayton Raiola is a great quarterback. He's just class 2026. He just really hasn't been rated well, and he just hasn't really proved something well, which we'll see. But um, 2027 is going to be really good though. Trae Taylor, it's going to be good. Let's get some more questions down here. Just let me know some questions and I'll get to them right away. But Trae Taylor gets some guys coming in and on visits like this, like 5 stars, 4 stars, high 4 stars that are going to be 5 stars. We're in great position. So, favorite non-starter on Nebraska's team, I gotta go with Heinrich Haarberg. I love Heinrich. Heinrich Haarberg's a great player, and he's just a great athlete, and I think he deserves to play. But yeah, he. I like Heinrich Haarberg. I think if he gets playing time this year, I think he'll be good. I just don't know how experienced he is going to be this year at tight end. Little inside knowledge here. I go to Bennington and a kid named Baylor Ewing is a sophomore and recently just got an offer from Nebraska. He's in the 2027 class. You think he'll go to Nebraska? Does he like Nebraska? That's big time. He got an offer from Nebraska. What's your guys' favorite non-starter? Oh, he was at the camp yesterday as well. Yeah, a lot of people at the camp yesterday actually got offers, so that's pretty good. He's super fast, and you think he'll go to Nebraska. That's great. If you're just coming in here, let's get some more questions in the chat, and I'll answer them. Just get some questions. I got it. Oh yeah, I know you're high on Demetrius Bell. I think Demetrius Bell really needs to play this year. Oh my gosh, that dude is good. And if he does, it's not fair to him if he doesn't get playing time. Last year, he was in a great position to even maybe start last year, but injuries just killed the dude. I think he's gonna get a lot of playing time this year if he doesn't get injured. Jameer Khan, yeah, Jameer Khan getting brought in from Georgia. I really hope he can do good. Really, really hope he can do good. Ask Wilson how he did at camp. He balled out, but honestly, surprising to me if he did. Favorite non-starter? Mario Buford. Yeah, I really hope Mario gets to play this year. Will any of you guys be at the 7-on-7 this Saturday? Got the offer because he's in state. What do y'all think? Honestly, I think Iowa State, they're getting a bunch of our in-state guys, which that rule, I feel like that's just disrespect. How do we not offer Jet Tamala, but he gets an offer from Georgia? Just doesn't make sense at all. But I think it's probably just because we have Dayton Raiola here that there's no point in offering him because Dayton's if he comes to Nebraska, then Dayton is just I don't know. Dayton won't ever play, and it's hard to believe that Dayton will even play with Trae Taylor here also. Young though. Oh, he's only a sophomore. Yeah. 4 straight championships. How am I spending my summer? I got a lot of work, but also I'm just baseball and yeah. They need to move up to Class A. They're moving up the next year, the year after. What do you guys think of Marcos Davila? Do you think he'll play this year? Or TJ Latif, even do you think he'll play? Yeah, the wide receiver we offered out last night, Larry Miles, had came in and Trae Taylor and him went to breakfast and he got offered. So that's awesome. He's Trae Taylor's teammate on his 7-on-7 team. Some guy met me the other day and tapped my head off about how he thought Davila was going to start. What? Oh my goodness. What gives you the thought that Marcus DeVille is going to start over Dylan Raiola? If he doesn't start at Purdue his freshman year and Dylan Raiola starts at Nebraska his freshman year, how is he going to come to Nebraska and start over Dylan Raiola? That does not make sense at all. I agree with this bracket. Is there any surprises with anyone on visits this year, guys? Trae Taylor posted today, said, just know how that QB room is stacked up with the OC we have. Wide receivers here are going to eat. That just says it all. That just says it all right there. Trae Taylor really believes in his wide receivers that are going to be here at Nebraska with him, which no one's committed. But yeah, I know who Connor Hayden, who runs Corn Chris. I actually reached out to him a little back, and he's going to come on my podcast when he gets content rolling. He's really been traveling the world right now, and he doesn't really right now he doesn't really have a lot of knowledge of what's going on with Husker football right now. I'd say he just once he starts posting, he told me to reach back out and we'll go live together. I mean, he's got 20-some thousand subscribers. If he posted more often, he'd get so much more. I think Wilson will venture up to that as well, and he'll obviously get more than 20,000 at some point. And if he posts every day, he's obviously gonna be he is the top right now. I don't know if do you guys watch like the Husker Online or the Locked On Nebraska podcast? Did you see how many big time 27 and 28 recruits are going to be there? On the visit, yeah, I did see that. Class of 2028 really surprised me, but I think that's Trae Taylor's going after them younger guys right now just because they haven't got offers, and we need to offer them early so we can get them. And I think there were a ton at the camp as well too. Trae Taylor he also said that he's going to go back to Runza a lot. Some guy just commented, hit my DM, I'll send you my Venmo next time meal me one. Oh, meal on me. This guy's gonna pay for Trae Taylor's Runza, and Trae Taylor said thank you, but instead of that, maybe we'll have to sit and have lunch together. Look at that guy. Trae Taylor he's such a good dude. That's awesome. You guys got to put some more questions down here. Shout out to Wilson for coming on here. Great questions. Talk soon. Let's get some more questions. I'll answer some more, and then I'm going to get off here pretty quick. By August, when all the recruiting sites. I think he'll get a 5-star soon. I agree with this. I feel like he should have been a 5-star the whole time as well. But he'll get one, and I think he's the best quarterback in this class. I don't feel like anyone's better than him, honestly. I'm going to answer 5 more questions. Put some good ones in there. I'm going to pick the best ones. Thanks for coming on here, Bragg. What great questions, dude. Some more questions. All right. I might go live here in the next week, guys. That's probably it for tonight, and I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. Shout out to Wilson Dittman for getting on here and having great questions. Oh, we got a question. I'll answer this quick. Leo asks, have you ever met Dylan Raiola? Yes, I met Dylan Raiola at a basketball game, actually. Hope you guys like this live stream. I'm gonna end it. Go Big Red. We'll see you in the next one.